Hello and welcome back everyone to the Raiders franchise here in episode 6, and we are on week 8, so not quite the trade deadline. The new NFL trade deadline's week 9, but we still wanted to make a trade here. On the trade block, Caleb Farley, a cornerback from the Tennessee Titans. Injuries have really held up his career, and the Raiders are looking to shop him, and they wanted Thayer Munford, an offensive lineman that we haven't started. He could have started, but we've been starting DJ Glaze. And now our new cornerback of the future, maybe, Caleb Farley. Well, maybe not of the future, but I think he's very solid still, incredibly athletic. It's can he stay on the field and develop a little bit in his coverage. Currently, I think he'll play a lot on special teams. I think we could see him as a return man. Will he replace someone like Nate Hobbs? Well, we're going to put Nate Hobbs on the trade block. Same with Jack Jones here. I think Nate Hobbs is very solid, and I don't want him to go, but if I get a good enough price for him, I'm definitely willing to move on from him. Jack Jones is someone who I think could help a team win this year. I don't know that we'll see anybody offer for him. And then here's a draft story. Eric Barnes out of USC, the top quarterback in the draft class here. And he gets a nice little draft story there that probably signifies he might have hidden development. Of course, this is a monstrously good prospect. I don't think there's a chance we even sniff the pick high enough to get him. And it definitely depends on who is bad this year. If they already have quarterback, will they take another one? Probably not. But this guy looks to be the real deal. So first thing I want to do now that I got Caleb Farley, in real life, you would already probably have a contract extension in mind when you trade for a player. I want to go ahead and trade for Caleb Farley. I wasn't super keen on giving him 3 years, but that was the player-friendly offer, and he considers it, but does not accept it. Again, we have a re-signing difficulty on very hard. So, Alexander Madison's not taking a team-friendly deal. I didn't expect him to. Just kind of trying to feel out where he's at on that. Same with Nate Hobbs. He's not going to take that either. Again, I would like to bring both of those guys back, but I want it to be on intelligent deals. Same with Marcus Epps. I think 3 solid players there. I wouldn't want to replace them, but it needs to make sense. Let's go ahead and jump into this game here against the Los Angeles Rams and Matt Stafford. And the Rams having an incredible season so far. Very prolific offense. Of course, Stafford playing very well. I think that the Rams really have a shot at going back to the Super Bowl for the first time since that Super Bowl win. But we stand in their way, and off we go here. AJ Cole taking us away in this game. And this one will be returned. It's out to the 26-yard line, and that is where the Rams will start their day behind Matthew Stafford. And again, Stafford having a fantastic season so far. He's finally got 2 bona fide stars. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua even have Tutu Atwell. So a very, very great receiving core here. And on third and 8, he's going to go down. Tyree Wilson with the sack. Nice play there. And it's a quick 3 and out for the Rams here. I know I talked about the prolific offense. We'll see more of it, but that first drive ended by the defense. And out comes Gardner Minshew. Minshew has been very effective this year at doing what he needs to do. Not been great, but again, good enough. As we run that one for a few yards. Now 3rd and 3. Madison unstopped to the 35. Of course, we've run a lot behind Alexander Madison, and we plan to do so. Still got to get him under contract for next season. Now Zamir White checks in for him, and that's about a 10-yard run. White has been excellent, by the way, in spelling Madison. Now check down to Brock Bowers, and he's down to the 22. Really nice play here for the Raiders offense. Now a handoff, Madison up the middle, hurdles a defender, and I did not see that coming. Of course, it doesn't really get him anything, but he hurdles over the defender. That's awesome. 2nd and goal now. Minshew rolling to the right. Gonna check this one down to Madison, who spins his way to the 2-yard line once again. Of course, we got a holding penalty previously. Now 3rd and goal. Handoff. Alexander up the middle. Jumps his way into the end zone. And the Raiders take the first lead of the day. 7-0. Of course, I don't expect that to hold here. 4-1 Rams. Of course, they have Kyron Williams. Really, really good player here. Now 2nd down and 10, throwing this one outside. Caught Puka Nacua down to the 38-yard line. Nice play there for Puka. And I expect to see a lot of Puka targets, but I also expect Cooper Kupp to get most of the hits. Now Tutu Atwell down to the 41-yard line. It's 1st down and 10. I formation for the Rams here. Kyron Williams stopped by Tyree Wilson for a 1-yard loss. Really nice play there. Wilson showing, I think he's been better this season than we expected him to be. Now 3rd and 11, and Bernie misses Stafford and hits the ball and it tips it as he throws it, but had a chance to sack him there. Will force the punt anyway. Madison now on a run. Really nice run here to the 16-yard line. A lot of smash mouth football for this Raiders team to start the game. I think that's exactly what we expected. And then play action now. Throwing this one had Devontae Adams, but will actually take Michael Mayers. I think Adams might have been the better choice there, but still Mayers gets about 15 yards on the play action rollout. Maybe 1st and 10 at the 35. Now a little bubble screen out. Myers. And Jacoby Myers gets down to the 49-yard line. Targeting Meyer and then Myers. Now a little pitch out. Zamir White about 3 yards there. Be 2nd down and 7. And we find out there's an injury on the play, and that's Michael Mayer holding at his arm. So we'll get an update on that in a bit. Now throwing this one deep down the field. It's broken up. The seam to Brock Bowers does not go, and will be 4th down and 7. And Michael Mayer has an upper arm fracture. Not only will he not return this game, that might sit him out for a few weeks. Now 1st and 10, and Matt Stafford's getting sacked once again. The pass rush has been all over him today. Max Crosby with the sack. 3rd and 13, he's going to find Cooper Kupp, one of the best in the business. Down to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Of course, we haven't seen much of him yet. I expect that to not stay the same. Now Stafford throwing it underneath. Tutu Atwell down to the 13-yard line. 9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1. Stafford throwing this one up. Puka just gets around Nate Hobbs. Bad angle there. And the Rams will even the game up. So 1st and 10 under center again for these Rams here, as the Raiders offense cannot get anything going. And that'll be a 1st down. Now 1st and 10 at the 2-minute warning. Midfield, Stafford's going to be sacked again. Max Crosby, 2nd of the game. Now 3rd and 11. Looks like split back set here, and Cooper Kupp's one of them. And Stafford hit as he throws. Lucky this one isn't a fumble. And guess who? Max Crosby. So 1st and 10 here. Madison, an 8-yard run down to the 14. And can't do too many of those. Now inside of 20 seconds, 25 seconds rather. Finding Devontae Adams, and he gets around his defender there. Down to the 42, and the Raiders can take a timeout here. Now at the 20, 1st and 10, 42 rather, 20 seconds, and a sack on Minshew. And that will all but end this half. Raiders up 10-7. And I thought the offense was a little weak in that first half. I thought the defense was excellent, though. We really held Matt Stafford in that passing attack down. I think the pass rush was the best I've seen all season. Let's go ahead and take a look around the league at some of these other games going on as the Raiders and Rams prepare for half 2. And we'll start here in California. Another Californian team, the 49ers, taking on the Chiefs. A rematch of the Super Bowl here, and currently the 5-1 49ers have the Chiefs by 3. We'll see if that holds true. Looks like Brock Purdy's having a fantastic game. Now up in Cleveland, in Ohio, watch your cats and dogs. The Browns are down 10 points to the Bengals. And I guess that's the Bengals are a cat, so that's actually kind of funny. Up 24-14 as the Bengals look to maybe return to the postseason glory they had a few years ago. And then down in Nolans, the Saints lose to the Broncos. The Saints, come on, Saints, you got to help us out more than that. 4-3 for these Denver Broncos and Bo Nix, one of those 3 being us. And we'll start the second half here again in California as the 49ers are playing, I guess, quite a bit north of where we're at currently. But nice play there. Now 3rd and 7. Throwing this one underneath to Jacoby Myers on the little curl. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And I think if you're on the offense this half, you really just want to run the ball and continue to have good defense. Obviously, that's not too surprising. That's kind of been our game plan all season. But I think this game makes the most sense with a team that relies on the pass like they do. Now 1st and 10. Minshew gonna throw this one. Intercepted. And that is Tre'Davious White over from the Bills. They did not keep him on, despite I think him still being really good. And Tre'Davious White on the Rams now makes a huge play there. Now Stafford going to find Tutu Atwell, 28-yard line. Dropping back, Stafford going to find Cooper Kupp across midfield. And it's only a matter of time now. Kupp up to 63 yards, and I fully expect him to get the lion's share of the targets going forward. Stafford dropping back, throwing this one. Puka Nacua down to the 15-yard line. And Stafford nearing 250 yards passing on the day already. This is for the lead. Stafford, a QB draw. Runs over Divine Diablo, and he's in. Did not expect that to be the play call here. Now 1st and 10 at the 27. Madison up the middle. And that'll be a first down. As the Raiders offense needs to get something going, and they don't. That drive would end as well. So the Rams back on offense. Cooper Kupp. And this was not looking good for the Raiders. All momentum had shifted. And the Rams had Cooper Kupp going. So the pass rush needed to do something themselves, and they would. Max Crosby with the sack there. Bernie with the help. Now 3rd and 16. Stafford sacked by Max Crosby again. Christian Wilkins was the one that drove him into Crosby. This pass rush was finally getting back on target. And that gave the offense another chance here. Brock Bowers with the catch. That would take us to the 4th quarter. Now 1st and 10. Play action. Minshew throwing this one out. Nice throw here to Brock Bowers. A really, really solid throw. A big degree of difficulty, I would say, on that. And Minshew delivering it calmly. Now handoff, Jalen Darden cutting off his blocker there down to the 13-yard line. Of course, we haven't seen Darden take as big of a role as I maybe hoped, but I think he's been very effective at what he's coming to do. Now checking this one down to Trey Tucker, and Trey Tucker will score. Powering his way into the end zone. We have not focused him a whole lot this season. I do want that to change. Nice play there, and now going down to Trayvon Moehrig. Matt Stafford. We're bringing blitzes. We're bringing 4. We're bringing 3. It doesn't matter. And Stafford throws his pick to Trayvon Moehrig. Back-to-back plays for Trayvon. He will not score on this play, as Tyler Higbee will track him down. But Moehrig with the sack, and then Moehrig dropping back into coverage. And the TCU product is going to get us 7 points here if we can put it into the end zone. And we would on 2nd and goal. Alexander Madison in the flats. Touchdown. So the Raiders taking a 10-point lead out of nowhere. This one was looking a little better, and Christian Wilkins with the sack of Stafford. And I mean, if you continue to keep the pass rush up like this, especially as they're going to be relying solely on the pass at this point, it's going to be pretty hard for Stafford. Throwing the screen out here to Kyron Williams, though. Williams will get down to the 36, makes it 3rd and 3, at least manageable. Now 3rd and 3. Run to Kyron Williams, and can't be brought down there by Divine Diablo, but Max Crosby tracks him down and takes him down for a loss. So 4th and 4, they'll go for it. Stafford throwing this one, caught Tyler Higbee, first down. Now 2nd and 10, play action, sacked! Malcolm Kuntz there with the sack off the edge. That's going to be 4th and 16, last chance for Stafford, broken up there. And that will be essentially your ball game. Stafford and the Rams would get one more chance here with 26 seconds left. And Tyree Wilson would sack Stafford there. I even got an unblockable trophy. I didn't know there were trophies in this game, in franchise at least. 3rd and 18 here, last play of the game. Stafford throwing this one up. Tutu Atwell. And that is broken up. Game, set, match, as the Raiders come away from Los Angeles with a big upset win here of the Rams, 24-14. I thought the defense was the best maybe I've seen it all season. We just shut down that passing attack, especially with guys like Puka and Cooper Kupp. It's really hard to do that to them. Really good route runners there. I thought Stafford still had an okay game, but when you get sacked about 10 times, I mean, there's not much you can do. Gardner was not fantastic this game. The offense as a whole wasn't all that great. Madison did eclipse 100 yards. Still didn't feel like he was as effective this game. And then the passing attack really just was underwhelming. There's a lot of targets we need to get more touches to. And we'll see if there's good ways to do that going into our next game. Of course, the defense, again, was so solid. Max Crosby had himself a career day here. Tyree Wilson was fantastic. Really, really impressed with Tyree Wilson here this year. I think he's taken big steps. And then, of course, Trayvon Moehrig has been solid. He will be back for quite a few more years. Again, thought they played really well. Let's try to make another offer to Caleb Farley. Still doesn't really want to come back on this team at all, so it's going to be very difficult to bring him back. Gonna have to overpay him a little bit. 3 years is, I think, okay. That third year being cuttable would be fair to me. And then Madison, what about this deal? 2 years, about 4.5, and he accepts it. So we will be having Alexander Madison back, and I don't think that's too expensive of a contract for someone who's rushing #1 in the NFL. We're really going off of his rating more than his stat production there. But let's go ahead and jump into this Chiefs game, as this will end our video here. We'll play the Chiefs, and then we'll be on to episode 7. And so we go from one dynamic passing attack to another. 1,700 yards and 14 touchdowns to no interceptions for Patrick Mahomes. And on 2nd and 7, we almost get him with the sack there, but unfortunately can't find him as he finds Xavier Worthy, one of the most electric, exciting rookie wide receivers here. And Rashee Rice, hey, another electric player here. 1st and 10, and he'll get down to the 2. And Mahomes airing it out 2 consecutive plays. I mean, that's not good for our pass defense. And then this is caught for 6. Marquise Hollywood Brown with the touchdown. A lot of speed in this wide receiver room for the Chiefs. And that pass defense, it looks so good against Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Did not look very good on that first drive. Out comes Gardner Minshew, though. We'll see if he can have a good game here as he finds Jacoby Myers for 9 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 1. The Raiders might find themselves in a shootout, and I don't think that benefits the Raiders in the slightest, as Madison absolutely shoulders the guy there. Nice 10-yard run for Alexander Madison. Sees across midfield to the 41. Now play action. Minshew dropping back, going to find Brock Bowers on the corner route there. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now 2nd down and 9. Play action rollout left here. Throwing this one. Jacoby Myers still on his feet. Stays on his feet again, and he's into the end zone for 6. I think Jacoby Myers has been our best wide receiver this year. And, I mean, I'm excited to have him on the team, as this one, Xavier Worthy, Stephon Gilmore adjusting his angle, but can't bring him down. It's been like 4 plays, and the Chiefs have scored 14 points. Well, the Chiefs get the ball again, and we'll see if we can finally stop him here. Here's Travis Kelce, his first target of the day. You really don't need to throw it to him much when your wide receivers are as open as they are. 2nd down and 6 now. Throwing this one, caught inside the 30. That's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Chiefs offense doesn't look like it can even be slowed down. Mahomes throwing this one outside, caught. Again, Marquise Brown. No McCole Hardman sighting yet in this game, but hard to blame him. Again, McCole, another really speedy wide receiver, as Xavier Worthy would get a touchdown here. His 2nd. Not much to say about the defense this game. It looks terrible. Madison, at least a nice run here. I don't know how much he'll be able to run the ball today, though, because we're going to be probably having to pass it a majority of the game going forward. Now throwing this one underneath Brock Bowers, kind of like a little screen pass there almost, and Bowers will pick up a 1st down. Of course, we like to get him going downhill as he gets a lot of yards. Now Minshew throwing this one out, caught! Devontae Adams to the 28-yard line. Really nice play there. Now inside the 30. Throwing this one outside on the bubble screen, Jacoby Myers will have a 1st down at the 17. So Raiders offense looking like it might actually score here. Handoff up the middle, Madison down to the 3. That'll be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Now 2nd and goal. Looks like we're bringing in the weak eye here. Throwing this one out, Myers wide open, and they played a soft zone there on him. I'm not sure about that call. And Jacoby Myers scores once again for us. So 2 touchdowns for him, 2 for Xavier Worthy. How about Rashee Rice? Wide, well, not really wide open here, but you don't need to be wide open when Patrick Mahomes is throwing to you. 1st and 10 across midfield, finding Xavier Worthy, who stays on his feet. Divine Diablo can't take him down. And Mahomes, before halftime, already over 250 yards passing. Now Mahomes throwing this one out, Travis Kelce. And he gets upended by Trayvon Boyrick, balls out, but it will be recovered by the Chiefs. So no harm there. 3rd and goal at the 9-yard line. Mahomes dropping back. Mahomes chased by pressure. He will throw this away. And for the first time this game, the Raiders force a field goal. So I suppose that's a win of sorts. until Minshew would throw this interception here and give the best offense in the NFL another shot inside the 30. That would be Jalen Watson, the defensive back there. And the Chiefs, with a minute 35 remaining, definitely have enough time to score. And that would be Travis Kelce down to the 22-yard line. 2nd and 2 now. Mahomes throwing this one out. Caught. Xavier Worthy. 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs walk into Vegas here and take a 17-point lead. Brock Bowers catching this one down to the 49-yard line. I think if you're a Raiders fan, you have to be happy with how the season has gone so far. And you can't be too shocked by this score, unfortunately. Bowers having a pretty nice game, though. We'll give him his props. And the Chiefs are the best in the NFL, and unfortunately, we have the best in the NFL in our division. So, it's just going to be like that. Is throwing this one deep. Davante Adams skies for it! What a play there. That's our #1 wide receiver finally looking like a #1 wide receiver. Davante Adams, the ball is just a jump ball here, and Adams absolutely skies to bring it down and then steps into the end zone. And back on offense, the Chiefs immediately throw a 30-yard pass to Rashee Rice. I really don't want to fault our defense too much. We have had Caleb Farley actually starting in this game, as he's going to get beat on this play by Travis Kelce. Last game, Caleb Farley didn't start, and that was because we just had traded for him, so we couldn't get into the team on time. But he is starting this game, and unfortunately, it's a really tough matchup. I don't want to judge too much of his play off this one game. Well, it's halftime, thank goodness. Let's take a look around the league here and see if there's any games going on that might be a little more interesting than ours, where maybe there's some actual defense happening and they're not having to play against Patrick Mahomes. Let's go back to Los Angeles once again. The Chargers playing the Saints and currently losing 9-7. Herbert with the perfect day so far. Gus Edwards having a really nice day running the ball, 9 average yards per carry. Now in Miami, the Dolphins absolutely destroy the 0-8 Cardinals. The Cardinals are looking at the top pick in the draft currently. Will they take a quarterback and replace Kyler Murray? That will be interesting to see. I don't think they would, but it would be interesting. Now in Denver, the Broncos are on kind of a win streak here, but currently they're losing to the 3-4 Panthers. We really need Carolina to pull this one out, especially if we lose to the Chiefs. And let's get back into the second half here. Only down 13. So all things considered, not a bad first half when your pass defense gave up every single score possible. Now a bubble screen out to Jacoby Myers, and it'll be 3rd and inches. He almost picks up the first down. 3rd and inches, handoff Madison. Staying on his feet, blowing through a tackler there, and he's down to the 40. He's run for 4.6 a carry, so not nearly as good as usual. And of course, we can't run the ball too much now. Throwing this one deep. Myers gets broken up. Can't win the double team there. Not sure about that choice to throw from Gardner. That'll be Trent McDuffie with the interception. And 2nd of the day for Gardner. 1st and 10. Mahomes throwing this one. Caught. Rashee Rice stays on his feet. Down inside the 40. I just don't think there's any hope for this defense. This needed to be a shootout that we obviously just can't win. We do run a little mid-blitz here and get a sack there, and Taylor with the sack. 2nd down and 22, now 3rd and 8 at the 22. Mahomes finding Xavier Worthy for 6. And this defense is just getting sliced up at this point like wet paper. I mean, it's just not, it's not close. Play action rollout here for Gardner Minshew, and he's going to find Tay down to the 42-yard line. That's 1st and 10. Minshew dropping back. Blitz is picked up, and he's going to find Tay once again. Breaks the tackle down to the 24-yard line as we finally are finding Davante Adams, and it's going to come in a game where we're down 19 going into the 4th. That's really sad. Minshew sacked on the play here as they brought a Mike blitz and it just wasn't picked up. Now 3rd and 27. Minshew going to step up in the pocket. Finds Davante Adams, who gets upended but hangs on. Adams has looked dominant this game, and it just won't matter. Now the bubble out to Jacoby Myers, who will score his 3rd touchdown of the game. The Raiders are back within 12 points. So I don't want to just give up on this game this early, but we need to stop. Handoff Pacheco. That's not going to get things started off well. Pacheco across midfield. Trayvon Moira can't bring him down. And Pacheco's down to the 41-yard line. So the Raiders defense, one final chance to get a stop here. A field goal will not do it. By the way, that would make it a 3-score game. No, that wouldn't actually. That's really bad math. I apologize for that. It would be 15 points. So maybe a field goal wouldn't be too bad, but Marquise Hollywood Brown down to the 3. And I just don't think we're even going to hold him to a field goal here. First and goal at the 3. Mahomes in the gun, dropping back. Throws this one to a wide open Travis Kelce. And it's going to be 47-28 now. As that would end the game. They would get one more field goal before the game was over. So we would not hold them to under 50. 50 points for the Kansas City Chiefs, as the Raiders offense wasn't too bad today. You really can't fault the offense for putting up 28 points. The defense, however, was terrible. Almost 500 yards for Patrick Mahomes, 76% completion, 6 tutties to 0 interceptions. But hey, Gardner threw for 250, 75% completion, and 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He had a good game, honestly. Running the ball, of course, Madison didn't really get going, and we couldn't give him a chance to because we just were playing from behind the whole game. Unfortunately, that's one of the things about getting down 20 points is you can't run smash mouth offense anymore. Rashee Rice, 200 yards, no touchdowns for him, but Xavier Worthy, $160, 4 touchdowns. I thought Brock Bowers had a good game. I thought Devontae Adams had a fantastic game. And I thought Jacoby Myers was really good too. On defense, not much to talk about here. Trey Taylor got a sack. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to talk about. The defense was terrible. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We are 4-4 heading into week 9. I will see you in week 9. Have a good one.